Welcome back! This is DragonInWhite here, back with another episode of Assassin's Creed. It is already 5:17 on the 2nd of December, and I am less than 3 hours away from my usual posting time. So, yep, very rushed, couldn't actually pull out the time to, well, not so much couldn't pull out the time, but just was too tired yesterday and didn't end up doing a second episode yesterday. So as a result, fell asleep, got knocked out all the way until about 4, got up and did my daily routine. And yeah. Let's see, what do I have? Oh yes, okay. So we're jumping straight into the main story this time.
What news, novice?
I am not a novice.
A man's skill is defined by his actions, not the markings on his robe.
We can trade barbs or do Al-Muallim's work. It's your decision.
Then be out with it.
Jerusalem's regent Majduddin is holding a public execution not far from here. It's sure to be well guarded, but it's nothing I can't handle. I know what to do.
And that is why you remain a novice in my eyes. You cannot know anything, only suspect. You must expect to be wrong, to have overlooked something. Anticipate, Altair. How many times must I remind you of this?
As you wish. Are we done?
Not quite. There is one more thing. One of the men to be executed is a brother. One of us. Al-Muallim wishes for him to be saved. Do not worry about the actual rescue. My men will take care of that. But you must ensure Majduddin does not take his life.
I won't give him the chance.
So I hope.
Okay.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Oh, Solomon's Temple. Oh, that does make sense. I am in Jerusalem. That's actually pretty close. Yeah, so been pretty tired and I only managed to get around to doing most of the recording like exactly when I need them. So I'm gonna be a little bit behind, and I don't know, hopefully I can actually work out being able to get 2 episodes recorded today so that I don't have to do that whole rush again. And this is not good. There we go. Ah boy, what's the point of going up there if I end up having to jump off here like that?
Death to the infidels! I'll get you!
Hey, from what I recall, guards were hard to easy to get by. There's execution. The one with the red stuff is probably the assassin. So who's my target? Okay. That's the one.
Silence! I demand silence! People of Jerusalem, hear me well. I stand here today to deliver a warning. There are malcontents among you. They sow the seeds of discontent, hoping to lead you astray.
Tell me, is this what you desire? To be mired in deceit and sin? To live your lives in fear? Then you wish to take action? Your devotion pleases me. This evil must be purged. Only then can we hope to be redeemed.
This is not justice! You've no right to do that! Who do you... And all of you stand idle, complicit in this crime.
God curse you all! See how the evil of one man spreads to corrupt others? They sought to instill fear and doubt within you, but I will keep you safe. Here now are four filled with sin. The harlot, the thief, the gambler, the heretic. Let God's judgment be brought down upon them all!
You know, now would be the best time to actually kill him.
Your work here is finished.
No, it had only just begun.
Tell me, what's your part in all of this? Do you intend to defend yourself as the others have and explain away your evil deeds?
The Brotherhood wanted the city. I wanted power. There was an opportunity.
An opportunity to murder innocents.
Not so innocent. Dissident voices cut deep as steel. They disrupt order. In this, I do agree with the Brotherhood.
You'd kill people simply for believing differently than you.
Of course not. I killed them because I could. Because it was fun. Do you know what it feels like to determine another man's fate? And did you see the way the people cheered? The way they feared me? I was like a god. You'd have done the same if you could. Such power.
Once perhaps. But then I learned what becomes of those who lift themselves above others.
And what is that?
Here, let me show you.
Well, at least this guy seems to be truly bad.
أيها الكافر لا تفلت مني
Come back here, you covered.
What happened here? Just a few coins, please.
You'll never get away!
Alright, and that's the main mission done.
Jerusalem needs a new ruler.
So I have heard.
What's this? No words of wisdom for me? Surely I have failed in some spectacular fashion.
You performed as an assassin should. No more, no less. That you expect praise for merely doing as told, however, troubles me.
It seems everything I do troubles you.
Reflect on that. But do so on your way back to Masyaf. Your work here is done.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
We done already?
Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. No, I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything is Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestor started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No, except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy.
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond. I have to go. You should turn in for the night.
Okay.
The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
So where do I look? The emails? Those emails don't look like they contain anything good. Like, why can't I access emails anymore? Come on. Ooh, do I have eagle sight? Nope.
Please, Desmond. I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't leave. And I can't leave until you're in your room.
I see. You need me in my room. So you get to lock me up then. What about this laptop? It's kind of strange that it's always on here. No important data, I can't access it. No, I never ever tried going to that room there before.
I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't leave. And I can't leave until you're in your room.
Alright, alright. I'm moving. They're happy? I'm in my room.
Looks like some kind of access code.
Access codes, interesting. Do I just go to sleep? Yeah, that's a bit. I'm not gonna fall for that again. Although it looks like that's really all I can do. Alright, sleep it is.
Missed you this morning, Doc.
Get in the Animus.
Sneaky. I must be picking up my ancestor skills. Or well, Desmond's at least. So I think I can see how this is going.
Lie down, damn it!
After this arc, I probably make a break out from this place.
Ready when you are.
Whoa, okay, okay, this is 2 set, 1 set. That's more than I expected. Memory lock. I wonder how to unlock this. Alright, continue latest memory.
Should you enter a fist fight, guards will not interfere.
Come in, Altair. I trust you are well rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask then. I'll do my best to answer.
The merchant king of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd-ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Akka with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land, and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Eris used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it. Whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Gagne's men.
The perfect citizens. The perfect soldiers. A perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Akka known as Sibrand, one in Damas called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me.
Then
I'm but a
don't wear
blade
the
in the
white
crowd.
hood.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.
Do I get an apple? Defense break. Okay. Yeah, it feels like this whole game is an tutorial, cause I keep getting new stuff throughout the whole thing. Never really had a big problem with defense break. I suppose I should go give it a check out. Strange that the guy is not coming to get me from the very get-go.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield a blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
Defense break. Press button 0 right after a step to break your enemy's defense. What is a step? Oh, okay, step.
Perfect. The work of a master. And that, my students, is how we all should fight.
Okay. I never used the step at all. What was its purpose?
You must be busy. I understand.
Okay, and now let's see, on to Damas and Akka. Let's do Damas first. Straight to the bureau.
You can use stealth kills to create a distraction.
And let's talk to the dude.
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Ah, Salahadin's chief scholar. Strange choice of target in my opinion. But who are we to question the master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
Then you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
Okay. Ooh, I can actually target him. I wonder what... Can I kill him? That would be a bad idea. Okay, well, so I'm gonna make my way, go and clear some viewpoints and save some citizens. But in the meantime, we are actually starting to run short on time. So along the way, I shall do my usual shameless plugs. So firstly, I have a merch store up. So if you'd like to support me and what I do, do take a look at the merch store. The link is in the description below. And consider buying some of the stuff in there. Take a look, check it out. I believe some of the stuff there are, well, not some of the stuff, but all the stuff are competitively priced. Then that aside, as you all know, I am the translator of Immortal and Martial Dual Cultivation. This is a free-to-read Chinese web novel that I'm translating with legal permission and everything. And yeah, it is free to read on gravitytales.com, so link is also in the description below. And finally, I do have a Patreon set up, and with the Patreon, all tiers of support will give you advanced chapters or early access chapters for the novel I'm translating. Basically, you get to read ahead of others in the public. And yeah, if you'd like to support me financially, that is one possible means. In fact, that is my only means of income at the moment. Right. So we will end off the episode after this checkpoint is done. I am getting
Such a shame. When will people learn?
There we go, finally. Dang, I almost died on this one.
What? Who's done this? Tell me.
May God have mercy.
Who's done such? What happened here? Who's responsible for this?
Alright, and that's it for this episode. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!